Hello, everyone, and welcome to Thunder Trunk's very first Dragon Ball Super Episode 83 review. The title of this episode is Form the Universe 7 Representing Team. Who are the strongest 10? So, after the exhibition match, Goku and the others return to Earth as Gigi is preparing the food for them. Then we see Bulma and the Pilaf gang undergoing an exercise for the baby to come out from her womb anytime soon. We later see Vegeta standing on the door entrance looking at Bulma as he tries to reason out on Goten and Trunks that he is only staying because Bulma told him so. We move on to Gohan asking Kaioshin if there are any planets out there that can compete well in the Tournament of Power. However, Kaioshin explains to Gohan that they don't deserve the power levels on each planet and mentions that there are only 28 planets left that had living mortals in it. Okay, my thoughts on this. I was a bit alarmed when Kaioshin stated about the 28 planets in Universe 7. Does it have to do with Frieza, Majin Buu, and Beerus blowing up the planets? I think Kaioshin has no knowledge or didn't do much extensive research on which planet has a strong potential fighter. Remember when Kaioshin first met Goku in the Budokai tournament during the Babidi arc? He has no idea how strong Goku, Gohan, and the rest of the Z fighters were. He was completely shocked when he first saw Gohan transform into a Super Saiyan, being the creation god who has the ultimate duty to protect the universe of their position. He should at least be knowledgeable who the toughest fighters are on each planet. What really bothered me though is why Whis and Beerus didn't react about it. Well, maybe I can understand on Beerus' side since he's left for like many years, but does that mean that other than planet Earth, Monaga is the only quote unquote strongest fighter left out there? I'm hoping we'll get more explanation from this episode because it might confuse a lot of Dragon Ball fans. Moving on, Goku brought up Monaka if he can join the tournament, but Beerus refused him to join the team. Until now, Goku has no clue how weak Monaka is, which I'm glad that they brought it up and kept it consistent. Next, we see Goku and Gohan having an image battle on Krillin's fighting condition if he is capable to compete. In Gohan's perspective, he thinks Krillin won't survive from the enemy long, using Kienzan, after image technique, and the solar flare, but on Goku's viewpoint, Krillin will survive and become a great asset for them. Goku has added that Krillin has been training secretly on his own, so Kaioshin also brought up Goten and Trunks to join the roster, but Goku said that they are not prepared for the battle since they're too young to come up with a strategic plan that they might lose if they're not serious. That's actually a great good point and made a lot of sense. This is why they prefer Muten Roshi to be in the tournament. Then Mr. Satan suggested number 18 to add in the roster, and Gohan wants number 17 to be included too. I'm so excited to see the two androids reuniting together once again, and very it will be a very interesting team up match. I also like the part where Goku clarified to Kaioshin that 17 and 18 are not 100% artificial humans since they were already humans in the beginning. They have been modified on a cellular level to be superhuman. There are a lot of Dragon Ball fans who are still confused about 17 and 18, so I'm glad that Toy brought it up and explained it. Another discussion that I really like was where Beerus tries to encourage Goku to use the sensu beans by hiding it during the battle, but Whis disapproves and it will affect the team and get disqualified. A kind of distraction, but a cheater too. So yeah, I like that gag they made right there. Then we see Vegeta trying to come up a Saiyan name for his baby, which only shows how much he cares for his baby. I like that segment a lot. If there's one thing I love about Dragon Ball Super, it's that we are witnessing Vegeta's becoming a real father. You know, he he may be cold-hearted from the outside, but in the inside, he really does care for his family. And then the much awaited segment in this episode is where Whis popped the baby out from Bulma using his staff. I know it's crazy, but yeah. He starts chanting and moving his staff in a circular movement, and the staff turns bright. The next thing is the cloth starts wrapping by itself and magically pops out the baby. And here you go, you got bruh. Everybody was surprised. And I love this moment a lot. I think this scene was adorable and heartwarming. The music in this scene fits perfectly well. You know what? I wish Toy did the same thing to Pan and showed Videl going through her delivery process too. I think the impact would be even much greater for Pan having her moment in the series. That would be a great build up from the Battle of Gods arc where Videl, informed Gohan and the others that she was pregnant. Then we see some returning cast such as Mr. and Mrs. Briefs, Yamcha, and everyone starts passing to each other, holding Bra and giving her a quirky and wacky expressions. Every time Bra cries, Vegeta suddenly turns Super Saiyan Blue. Probably he gets ticked off or something. Then Trunks jumps in and wasn't too happy to see his younger sister. He looks disappointed because he was hoping that he'll have a younger brother, so they could spar together when they get older. And finally, we got to see Vegeta holding Bra for the first time. He tries to hide his real emotions towards Bra publicly, which I fully understand Vegeta's character, where he's coming from. It's just too bad that Bulma already named her baby first, and Vegeta can't do anything to change her name. And last but not least, Yamcha seems that he might show up in the tournament as he sparks interest to join the Universal Tournament with the gang, which I don't think it will happen. However, in my standpoint on Yamcha, I'm glad that his burning fighting spirit is still alive. So, to wrap things up, I think this episode is a good progressive one. The only thing that bothered me the only thing that bothered me much though was the 28 planets that Kaioshin stated. I'm, hopeful that we might eventually get the bottom of this after the end of the Universal Tournament arc, so they can expound more about the 28 planets. And I'm more excited for Krillin and 18's episode, which is coming up this Sunday. I also think that the battle image they had on Krillin facing, one of the trio, the Dangers, it was very interesting match to see. Now, Vegeta's character development in this episode is definitely a good one. And finally, Bulma's delivery was definitely a memorable as well. So there you have it, guys. If you like my thoughts on this episode, then hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you want to hear more reviews on the Dragon Ball Super series, and let me know your thoughts on this episode by leaving a message on the comment section below. And this is your boy Thunder Trunks. Have a good one.